33.
So, Jordan, what are the characteristics you look for in a woman?
Ooh, characteristics. Not so much of a promiscuous past. I think that's first and foremost. I don't want a woman who's been sleeping around. Or sleeping around with people that I know of. I don't want to be too picky, they're all adults.
Okay.
But yeah, promiscuity is something I don't tolerate.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Who has to pay on the first date? Do you think both parties or the man should pay?
The man.
Tell us more,
Do you know what it is? I don't think it's anything to do with having money or not, because I've been paying for first dates since I've been 15. Whether it be going to the cinema, Nando's, going to the shop to get a drink and then going to the park, I'm paying. Yeah. So I just feel like that's just what men are meant to do. And coming from a single mum household and seeing my mum not pick the greatest partners and not getting treated the best way, I always came out into the world thinking, I need to do that for women.
Oh wow, good on you, good on you. So, would you date a woman with kids?
No.
And why is that?
Because I don't have kids and I'm the product of a single mum, so I know the detrimental effects of doing so.
Yeah.
It works for some, and I do rate a lot of men that do take on the father role for kids that aren't theirs. I mean, my cousin, his stepdad was with him the whole of his life, and he's basically his dad, so I do respect it. But because I don't have kids, I just want a woman that's on the same boat.
Yeah.
That's what it is, really.
No, that's fair. Like, you want to start your own legacy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly.
Not bad. So, does it matter who's earning more in a relationship?
I don't think it doesn't, but ultimately, for the man to remain wearing the trousers, he needs to earn more. Because what I've noticed is when the woman wears more, she takes on the masculine traits. Because if the man is not providing, which is our biological role, then the women will start to act differently. And you will end up losing her. I've seen it happen many times.
Yeah. But I saw something on social media where a young girl in America, I'm assuming was her boyfriend, but she went out for dinner with her friends and she invited him. And then at the end of it, she tried to get the guy to pay for 18 of her friends, including herself. We don't know, but he wasn't happy. So how would you feel about that?
Them?
18. How would you feel about that? Yeah. If you was put in that position, how would you react?
I don't even know. That's a movie. I'll be speechless. I wouldn't know what to do, honestly. I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think I'll be put in that situation. He must have, the thing is, what men tend to do at women's world, you ignore the early red flags. So I think there would have been red flags leading up before even going to that meal.
Yeah.
He would have known that that's the type of person she was. If not, then that's bizarre. She acted differently and then went all the way to 100, 18 friends.
Yeah.
And was he showing off money? Because you'd have to know the guy's money to be. Do you know what I mean?
I hear you, but I don't know.
Either way, that's bizarre.
Disagreeables, like what would you not tolerate in a relationship?
Ooh, I think who you associate yourself is important. I've dated women who I thought was good, are good women, but when they hang around women who aren't so good, it's detrimental to your relationship directly, because that's the first place they go to for advice. So I think, who the woman hangs around plays a big part in who I choose.
Definitely. So it's the company you keep, so you believe in that.
Definitely. You'll have influences.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. So, you as someone who's single and looking, what do you bring of value into a relationship? Do you know your self-worth? Like, what can you...
I do.
Okay.
Well, I've been lucky. I don't want to go for the shallow things, but I've been gifted. Getting women has always been really easy for me since a kid. But obviously, I feel that as men, there are certain things that we need to work on to tick boxes, and not only that, outdo other men. Because we're in competition with everyone. I believe that. I believe you're in competition with other men when you're trying to get a woman, and then even when you've got her, you're still competing. Because there's men that are approaching her every day. So if you're not staying on your A game, she might start thinking outside the box. So I think work on your intellect, be knowledgeable, speak properly, learn your literacy, also work on your finances, make sure you're able to pay your own bills before you start looking for love.
Yeah.
I know a lot of men that ain't got a penny to their name and they're dating left, right and centre. It don't make no sense to me. What else? Get in shape, go to the gym.
Yeah.
That's it. Just tick as many boxes as you can as a man, so you've got more options when it comes to getting a woman.
Yeah, I think it works both ways, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
You wouldn't date a bummy girl or a girl who doesn't maintain herself physically.
Yeah.
So why should a girl date a bummy guy?
But also, I'll make sure you're asking for what you are, because a lot of people, a lot of people are, what's the word I'm looking for? When you're trying to get something that you aren't even yourself, basically.
I hear you.
Don't ask for a woman in shape if you're out of shape.
I hear you.
A lot of people are doing that.
Thank you, I hear you. So, what are the red flags that you would walk away from? You meet a nice girl, what are the red flags that you would walk away from?
Red flags. Party girl.
Okay, why is that?
Talking from experience. They're tolerable, especially when they're pretty, but pretty girls like to be outside, most of them.
Sure.
You know? They're attention based, because that's how they're surviving most of the time. So I feel like, a party girl can be a bit of a headache. We're allowed to go out every so often, but if it's a weekly thing, and pretty girls get invited everywhere also for free. So it's quite hard to obtain and control that situation when you're with a pretty girl. So I feel like, partying is a no-no, especially at my age.
Okay, I see. So, what lessons have you learned from that previous relationship that you wouldn't carry on to your next?
Don't rush into one just because she's asking for one. You know, that what are we question. What are we?
Wow,
So
yeah.
that's a popular one. I feel like when women ask me that, I need to just let them know that I'm not ready. If they don't want to walk away, they walk away. Usually I get sucked in and I just agree and say, you know what, we're already linking.
Yeah.
We might as well just get into a relationship, and then it goes pear-shaped because I wasn't ready.
So that sounds like it was sort of like a mutual relationship of convenience because you two were
That's what it is.
talking.
But you know, I also think as well, going back to what I always keep saying is that.
So, what was your longest relationship?
It's pathetic. 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
So, if you had a second chance with your ex, would you do it again?
Do you know what's funny? Yeah, I've been thinking about that.
Oh, okay.
I've been thinking about that. I know a lot of friends that won't go back.
Yeah.
And my argument is, if she leaves you because she's just not interested in you no more, then you're an idiot for going back.
Of course.
Because obviously she's gone out there to look for better, she couldn't find it. That's the only reason she will take you back.
Yeah.
But if you've cheated and she's left because of that reason, not because she doesn't want you,
Yeah.
I feel like there's space to go back.
Okay.
So in that sense, I probably would, but because I've had so much time by myself and being isolated,
Yes.
I've picked up on the things that I didn't like about her since we haven't been together. So if we were to get back, I'd have to bring that up and, do you know what I mean? We'd have to talk over a few things, but I would consider going back.
Okay. So, you mentioned earlier that you grew up in a single mother household and you didn't really like your mother's partner choices. I can imagine, was it toxic for you growing up in that household?
Yeah.
It was. So, what advice would you give to a younger man out there who's going through something similar to you but doesn't know what to do?
You mean the toxic mum or the toxic missus?
I think
Growing
toxic
up in
relationships in general, toxic home at this point.
Do you know what? It's difficult, man, because with your mum, it's not like you can just up and leave and never speak to her again. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, growing up, I didn't really have a choice but to deal with it.
Yeah.
And luckily I was a strong-headed kid. I mean, I'm the oldest sibling of 4, so I was the go-to one to make sure everything's alright. So I had no choice but to be tough, and luckily I was.
Yeah.
The advice I would give is just learn. That's all you can do. Me and my sister said it the other day. Some of us got taught what to do, some of us learn what not to do. So if you're in a toxic household, just take notes, you know.
Yeah.
You'll learn how to maneuver from people that don't know what they're doing.
There you go. There you go. So there's this thing going around on the social media hemisphere that men hold back their feelings. Do you agree with this or do you disagree?
Yeah, I agree.
So are you one of those men that hold back their
No.
feelings?
I'm all for it talking. I like the truth. I like because it offends people.
Okay.
It sounds weird. Weird, but the truth has become so rare that when you speak it, people are offended. So it's quite enjoyable watching people be surprised that you're telling the truth, because people are used to lie. So if I say, for example, if I'm meeting a woman casually and she asks if I'm talking to other women, I say yes.
Yeah.
She's expecting me to say no because that's the lie she's used to.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just an example. Yeah.
Honesty is the best policy. So would you consider dating an older woman?
An older woman?
Yeah.
No.
And why is that? I mean, you gotta keep it 100.
Do you know what, yeah? I just feel like we have two different biological clocks. Yeah?
That's shame.
Our biological clock is financial.
Oh, okay.
Women's is beauty.
Oh,
And that don't last forever. I think men reach their financial peak later on in life.
Okay, yeah.
Women are at their beautiful peak earlier on.
Okay, I see. Thank you for today. Where can we find you?
Instagram at big.snoops, big.sn.oops.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Always.
Until next time.